right, so I'm here with Erin Stephens, awesome juggler. How did you start juggling?
I started juggling at age 11 at an after-school program, and a woman came up to me and a bunch of other kids and said, "Who wants to learn how to juggle?" We all learned for about a half hour.
Yeah.
She was like, "Erin, you've got potential to be amazing. You should keep juggling." They sent me home with 3 styrofoam balls, which are the worst thing to learn how to juggle with ever.
Wait, you juggled with styrofoam balls?
That's what she taught us with. I went home, I practiced all night.
Yeah.
All night. Well, like for 3 hours, my parents thought I was in bed and I was just practicing juggling. In the morning, I could do 3 balls like nothing. And then my brother, I was like, "Look guys, I can juggle." And then my brother, I dropped one and he comes up and he's all, and he steps on my styrofoam ball and crushes it because he's a big, mean older brother who now supports me amazingly as a juggler.
Okay, all right.
But, and I like cried and I was like, "I'll never
Did
be
he
a
give you
juggler."
some new balls?
My mom did. I was sitting
okay.
there crying, being like, "I'll never be a juggler." My mom was like, "Oh, we'll go get some other balls." And so we did.
I'm telling you, man, my brother did that. It'd be on. No, he crushed my juggling balls.
I know, you crushed my dreams. But maybe that helped me like develop the dreams, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And how old were you at that time?
11.
11, wow.
It's like 4 days before my 11th birthday, actually.
So you've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me this, how many hours did you practice, you know? And not just that, not just now, but then, like how many hours would you put into juggling?
Well, back then, like when I was 11, I didn't know any other jugglers. I didn't know anything about juggling, and there was no internet, there was no YouTube, there were no videos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like back in the day, and so I didn't know festivals existed. So I just sat there and I practiced in the mirror, counting into the thousands, like cascade. And I'd just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'd get up into like, you know, 5,000, 6,000. And then I met some juggler in a park doing clubs, and he was like, "You learn really fast. You need to go to a festival. There's one next weekend. You should go." And I was 14 by that time, so it was like 4 years later.
Okay.
And my parents were like, "Let's go."
Where'd you go?
It was just an hour away from our house, Lodi, California.
Cool.
And awesome festival, like camping, cool theater, cool stage, and
you said to yourself, "That's it. I'm gonna juggle
exactly. I was
all
like,
the time.
That's it.
I'm just gonna
Look
camp
at all
out and
these
juggle."
people. Yeah, and so I started going to that every year. And then it wasn't until like my 20s that I really started juggling, like full on. I was training for WJF, and I started juggling 2 to 6 hours a day.
That's right.
At some point, and that helped my skill level improve a lot. I was also then watching the recordings of my videos after that. So however many hours I would juggle, I would then watch that in video.
Oh my gosh, that's hardcore.
And so it helped improve. It was just the fastest improvement of technical skill ever because of that.
So you watched a lot of videos, and then from there just kind of helped yourself get better faster.
Yeah, by watching myself juggle, I would then be able to critique it, as opposed to just doing it physically. You like have one form of learning by doing it, but then another by watching it and critiquing your process.
So you're big on that?
Yeah, I think it's huge. And I don't do it so much anymore, but back then it was awesome.
If you had to say any advice to a young girl that wants to be a juggler herself, what kind of advice would you give her? Even not even professionally and so forth.
Right.
What do you say to her to say, "Hey, you know what? Do these things, and you'll, you know, have success."
I think do what you find cool. Like, you know, in the juggling world, especially as a female, and it's changing now because there's a lot of awesome females now.
Which is cool.
Which is awesome. But in the back in the day, you know, there weren't a whole lot of females, so I would see a lot of females acting like men or juggling like men, and I would see
dressing like men.
Dressing like men. They'd have their little ties. They'd have their little jackets.
Talking like men.
Talking like men. Yes, all of that. Hats, you know, ties, bow ties, vests, and I was like, do what's cool to you. Is that cool for a girl? Not usually. Like girls like to, you know, like.
I want to see something sexy.
Oh gosh, and if sexy
jugglers.
If sexy's not cool, that's okay too. Because for me, I don't love sexy.
What are you talking about? You're sexy. She's got it going on. She's got her own style.
I think just own it. Like own what you've got and own what you want to do. And so my thing now it's like I'm into hip hop and dance and like you know I found the props that I like to do. And so it's like have I ever seen guys do that? Not much. And so it's like find what works for you and your type and your interests and make that work and make that happen and apply juggling to it in whatever way it works for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now you say you're doing hip hop and you're doing all these things. What's that like? How do you like that? I mean, you're not just doing juggling. Now you're doing something different.
It's my most favorite thing I've ever done with juggling right now. Like it's, you know, it's a whole new style. I spend more time. It sounds bad. I spend more time on my back than anywhere else because I'm doing all these kicking tricks. I'm doing all these kicking tricks that involve the feet and everything, and so you know I've just embraced the style. And what's cool is it feels unique and it feels like it's mine rather than me trying to be somebody else or emulate something that I've seen. It's me doing what I feel is right for where I'm at in my life right now, and it's great. And I'm getting great responses.
How long have you been dancing? I mean,
Yeah, like, you know, I grew up in like musical theater and stuff where there was a lot of dancing, and then I've taken some classes, and then I started going to Latin America a lot.
Right. Poquito hablo español, but she is amazing Spanish.
Mi español está perfecta ahora.
Amazing dancer.
Yeah, and so they dance like nonstop. The men and the women, they're amazing at it. They're beautiful, and I was like, I want more dance in my life, and so I learned how to do salsa while I was down there. You know.
Where in South America did you go to?
Oh, I've gone to Mexico, which is South America. That's North America, but Mexico, and then in Central America to Costa Rica, and South America, I've been to Chile, Peru, and Colombia.
Ooh, wow.
So,
caliente.
Sí. So it's fun, and I lived with for 2 months. I lived with a salsa dancer who taught me a lot, and it just made me realize like it's okay to be more free than what we do a lot in the U.S. with dancing, and just to like own it and work it. And now I'm doing hip hop and Zumba and different things.
Cool.
And it's fun to just apply that to.
Do you apply the juggling to Zumba?
I guess somewhat. I mean, Zumba's like salsa, right? Zumba's like.
I was in Brazil, man. They love Zumba. They love all that stuff, you know.
They're amazing dancers.
Yeah,
all the hips. It's all about the hips.
What's your favorite prop?
Balls.
Balls? Why?
Because I can kick them.
With your feet?
Just kidding. No, kicking balls. Just saying, I like to kick balls. No, it's I've tried all the other props. I did clubs. I loved clubs for a while. That was my thing. And then I had some wrist problems. I couldn't do clubs. I got super into balls, and then I tried to go back and be like a club passer and Diablo and boxes and all the props.
Yeah.
And then I finally just realized I love balls. I think because I can dance with them so well, and they are the prop that is the best for dance and movement, and they just like flow with the movement of the dance. And so I think that's why I'm super into them right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the new act of what you've been doing and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and I'm working with Yuri Poznikov right now in Ukraine. He's
what? Very good. Very good.
He's a coach in Ukraine, and then Steven Regatz also is helping me with my routine. So I'm excited. It's
awesome coach, awesome performer, Steven Regatz.
Coaches and like to get that feedback instantly, and to have critique and people who are inspiring to me, helping to inspire this routine.
Do you have any like crazy stories of your performances or so forth that like I talked to I just said this to Kelsey. I was talking to her and I was telling how Jordan Moore like had 2 left feet on his shoe when he went out to do a performance one time.
And he's a kicker, so he kind of
and just totally was crazy. Any things that you've done or when you went to competition and so forth, and you were like, man, what I thought was gonna happen didn't happen, or something went wild.
I have a good one. This was like in high school, right?
Okay.
Like back in high school, it was performing for a church event.
All right.
A church event, which had like 700 people all over the age of 55. So 55 to like 70-ish. So, a lot of gray hairs. A lot of people couldn't walk very well, right? And so they asked if I could do torches for their like public show. And I'm like, yeah, sure, torches.
Perfect.
Awesome. Church. Yeah, light it up. And so I'm sitting there doing the torches, act goes great, I go to blow them out, they will not blow out, like these torches will not blow out. The audience thinks I'm hilarious, that it's totally part of the act, and they're like laughing hysterically, and I have my girlfriend there like grabbing the torches for me when they go out, and like they're just smoking, right? Smoking. So then of course the fire alarm goes off because these torches are just smoking everywhere. And everyone's like, oh gosh, and so the fire alarm's like buzzing over these 700 old people, and then what we found out, like we were 20 seconds away by the time the people got there, 20 seconds away from the sprinklers turning on and like going off all over the entire audience of the 700 church-going old people. And so I went down in history at this convention, and they talk about the fire juggler every year ever since. So.
I know you. I heard about you. What fire?
I've never been back, but they always say you're still a legend at the convention.
Well, there you have it. So now you also, I see here at the IJA, we're at the 2016 IJA, and you actually been doing a lot of the organization. Everything. You've been backstage, front of stage, house of stage, running around.
Yeah. Headset
on.
Not so much that.
What got you into that though?
Yeah. So I got on the board of directors of the IJA in 2010.
Cool.
So 6 years ago now, and that was because I had an injury. I couldn't juggle much, and Kevin Axtell, my buddy Kevin Axtell, asked me to run, and so did Tom Wall at the same time. They were both on the board, and they were like, we need young people who are super energetic, who are good at organizing, which I love doing, and who are like known, who are a good face for the IJA, and so I ran. And I had no idea how much that would totally change my life, and so I've, since that time I've been involved with tons of programs that have now made the IJ International, which is amazing.
Wow.
We're doing these IJ regional competitions around the world. There's like 5 of them this year in 5 different countries.
Because of you.
Essentially.
That's awesome. She's done awesome. The shows are great.
And then I'm a show director this year, the marketing director. So it's fun. It's a lot of work, man. I don't know if everyone understands how much work it takes to put on things like this. And so anytime you see an organizer, say thank you and like give them a high five because it's a lot of work. Oh, and just show that gratitude because it's worth it. And it's worth it because then when you show up and you see the people and you see the awesomeness, that's when you know that you've done the work you needed to do.
Yeah. One last question. What has juggling given back to you as a gift? I mean, all of your years of what you've been doing, how has it helped you?
Yeah, I think the most recent thing has been just the expansion of the worldwide perspective of what exists and what's possible within the world. Not only the world of juggling, but, you know, just all over. And so
Absolutely.
I think before, like this, you know, juggling, the actual art of it has enriched me in so many ways, but the actual community involvement and the organizing has enriched me more
you have
than
such a passion for it.
Ever could have imagined.
Such a great heart for it.
Yeah.
You love it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, of course.
Well, thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, it's
Erin
been
Stephens in the
fun.
house.
Fun.
Appreciate it.
Great to see
Awesome.
you.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. See you guys.